Scorpio, how you doing? So I'm trying to channel you some messages, but I can't. And normally that means because there's a block. So is somebody here trying to block someone or block something out? Or Stephen King. But I'm trying to block something out. I'm trying not to think about something. I don't want to keep going over it. I don't want to keep speaking to you or seeing you. Because it could even be something that could even be like on the internet is what I'm kind of picking up in my head, that there's something that I keep repetitively seeing and I don't want to see that anymore, or I don't want to do this anymore. And the only way I don't want to do it is by avoiding seeing it or avoiding talking to the person or avoiding bumping into someone. So I don't know, there's like this energy around you that seems to be, I really want to try not to do something, and because I really want to try not to do something, I don't want to kind of lead myself into tempting energy, like temptation of stuff. So it could be like on a diet. So if you're on a diet like myself and you want to clear all the cupboards full of food and you just don't want to keep opening the cupboards and seeing all of this fattening food and stuff like that, I need to get rid of all of that food so I don't see it. That kind of stuff here. So, but I'm kind of I'm definitely picking up the name Steve, but yeah, like I really don't want to see it anymore because it's making me, I don't know, is it religious, like lustful thoughts or thinking or something? And I don't want to. Somebody could have left someone here, like they've walked out on someone, they've gone back to another or their mother. Could be in the Gemini reading. This was in Gemini and Libra reading, and also the weekly catch-up of lessons and stuff that I went over. But it feels like that someone is possibly still on someone's multimedia. And because I've run off back to an ex or something, I now need to block out seeing this person anymore because it's making me sway from going back to an ex that is ultimately going to fail. I don't know. It feels like that, like I don't want to keep seeing an ex, or I don't want to keep seeing the person that I ghosted because I went back to reconcile. Something weird like that. I don't know what it is, Scorpio. But it's like this tempting energy and I don't want to be tempted anymore. And because I don't want to see it. So whatever that is that's visual, I don't want to see it anymore. Then it's something like that maybe here. Now this could be for you or the other person, but there's definitely like a blocking energy there. Steph, or Jeff, or my name is Steve. My name is Steve. Let's see, Scorpio. Let's see if the tarot kind of relates to the blocking energy. Scorpio, what's coming up from you Scorpios? 6 of Wands. I'm moving on from the past and I'm moving on up. I'm moving on out. Someone could have moved out from their parents and they moved out. This could be children. And I've moved out. If it relates to someone moving back to another person, that's what they've done here. Let's see. Scorpio. The High Priestess, the Empress. Wow. So I'm taking back my power. I'm not chasing. I'm not doing anything. If anybody wants my attention, you come to me. Because I'm also hearing anybody that wants advice, you come to me. I'm also hearing people talking to people in the background. Like, wow, if you ever want anyone's advice, go to Steve. Or like, if you ever want advice, go to this person. Like, I want to know what you're up to. I want to know what you're doing. You don't seem to be paying me any attention. You're focused on yourself. That makes me want to focus on you even more because you're focusing on you. Okay. Let's see. Scorpio, what they got coming up? So the Ace of Swords, someone that's blatantly honest, being truthful. Reconciliation, reconcile. So this is where someone has, like I said, it could be a Piscean energy, life path 3. Someone that's gone back to an ex, more than likely, and reconciled, or is about to. Now, if it isn't, this is, I'm just moving on with my life, and that person's reconciled, and I'm happy for them. Like, I hope it works out for you, bon voyage, see you later, type sort of thing. Like, I don't hold any resentment or grudges from you. I forgive you. You do what you want. You've gone back to because you got 3 and 3 here, right? So someone could have gone back, reconciled with their ex, and that's what they're doing. They're being honest. Now, whether they've told their husband or wife that they were seeing someone else, that's not being honest, but I don't know if that's apparent here. Now, this is a very good reading if you're with someone or about to be with someone here. Scorpio, what's going on with Scorpio? 5 of Swords. Oh dear. Somebody's not happy for someone that's happy. Not? Pisces? Now, if this person has gone back or does go back to reconcile, it soon ends up doing exactly what it did before. This person's getting wound up and annoyed by looking at someone else is reconciling. Like, I'm annoyed the fact that you've reconciled with someone. Or they have reconciled themselves. Because I tell you what I'm picking up here are multiple different parties that have like Life Path 3 and Pisces in their chart. Like the husband, the wife, and the external energy. They all have like 3s in their chart. So I can't tell where this 5 of Swords is coming from, because it's also a jealous energy. The fact that somebody has reconciled, but it's also a thing that they are going through because they've reconciled. Like, because I also, like, people say to me, some did say in the comment section, change is possible because I've seen it. I'm on about, right, you can change individually for yourself, but I'm on about if you're in a very karmic bad situation and you keep manipulating each other and arguing with each other and you can't get on the same page, and then it's over and then it goes back and then it's over and you go back and it's over and then it goes back and you're constantly arguing, sabotage issues, commitment issues, you're not paying me any attention, like ADHD, you seem to be focusing on yourself more than me, I don't want you doing it, like all of those bad things that go on inside of commitments and relationships. That's when I'm talking about things don't ever change. They always remain the same. It's just inevitable. It's a time game of when is it going to happen again. Because this to me is the minor arcana energy of trust, right? A marriage, a commitment. People that don't trust each other in a commitment. When you don't, you can't really change trust because it's already been broken. It's already been done. So if somebody's cheated on someone, the other person's constantly going to think or feel that that person's going to do it again at some point. If they've been very argumentative, you can't change being argumentative. You will always be argumentative. You will always have a temper, right? If you've got ADHD, you can't pretty much get rid of ADHD. You can take tablets and it might help, but you can't cure ADHD. You can't cure narcissism. Okay. So someone here is moving on with their life. Everything's great until this 5 of Swords starts to happen, where somebody gets angry at somebody for feeling good that I don't know, let's see, Scorpio. So you've got Aries, Leo, Sagittarian. You've also got like a sexual impulse energy going on as well here. Like, because people with ADHD have that here. I do have it myself. I'm not afraid to admit my truths. I do have that kind of thing because I do have ADHD and I'm finding it difficult to sometimes control my impulses. My impulses are because of my ADHD. Not that that's any kind of excuse, but that is a big one. Now, I'm picking this up as a linear energy of something that I'm going through of impulse. I'm addicted to something. Okay. Finding it difficult to reconcile with this person. Now, there's also an external energy here that seems to be looking at this. A lot of the times I also read in I read in numerology, but I read in directional energy, right? These energies are all facing this. These two energies here are facing this. So it's trying to come to terms with like, I've reconciled with someone, but I may have made a mistake. I don't know what this person thinks about me. Like, they're on my mind. Like, I'm still slightly annoyed the fact that they've reconciled with someone. But this king is also looking at this Five of Swords of like, why are you getting so angry? Why are you getting so wound up? Because I think that you've cheated on me. I think you've been with someone else. I can't just forget that. Now, you could actually be, or this person is, with someone that has complete sabotage issues. The moment they reconcile, everything is really good, and then all of a sudden it isn't, right? Because this is also forcing someone to do something that they may or may not want to do. Let's see, Scorpio for this week is the 10 of... Oh, and you got the 7 of Swords kind of poking out. What is going on? Is it going on at work or about someone's work here? Because I've known people in my life that are so controlling that they make other people give up things in their life that they want to do for themselves. They're that willing to change what the other person doesn't want. Like, I don't want you doing this. I don't want you doing that. If we're going to reconcile, I don't want you watching tarot card readings. I don't want you listening to that. I don't want you doing this. And they're like, yes, sir, 3 bags full, sir. I won't do anything anymore because I want you that much. So they give up their whole life. But what they're being is manipulated. They're being manipulated of control here. Because it's kind of like, I will reconcile with you, and I will be with you under one circumstance: that you don't do this, that you don't contact that person, that you don't talk to that person, that you don't, like I said, it can be where someone knows that they went off with another person, but that's still trust issues. You know, we got back together, fine. You've cheated on me. Okay, you've been honest. You've connected with someone else. I don't like that, but you're not to contact them or be around them or see them anymore because I don't want it. Okay. Because the reason why I'm also saying it is because 4 and 5s are the opposite. Scorpio and Aries are like opposite energies because they're 4s. Sagittarius and Taurus, they're 5s, so they're like opposite energies, right? So it's like forcing someone to do something they don't want, even though they don't trust the person. Momentarily, they're going to try and convince this person that if you stop doing all of these things, that will work. Right here. So let's see. So what's the 6 of Wands? Because that's not equality. That's not loving and liking a person for who or what they are. That's loving and liking a person from what I can make you be, which is more like me. Do it my way. Because it's my way or the highway. What is the 6 of Wands? 6 of Wands, yeah, is a male in someone's life that they're talking to. Could be someone new. This could be someone new. But it might be someone that is standing in the way of this reconciliation. Like someone's in the way of them doing that. Because it could be a father, could be a brother, a mother, someone that isn't open to someone reconciling. Like, I don't want you to be with this person. Here. What is the Empress for? Is lost. See, codependent energy. You got the major arcana of gaslighting here. Unfulfilled, emotionally unfulfilled. It's not what I want, or I never got what I wanted. I got ghosted. Somebody here got ghosted by a third energy. They reconciled for a moment, and then somebody went off to someone else, back to them. Like, because it came up in the readings where someone went back to their husband or wife to reconcile their marriage. But during that time, they met someone and they ghosted this person and went back off to the other person. I told you it happens all the time in spiritual stuff, or if you ever meet people that are just got divorced or married or saying that they're going to, you get connected to people and they always choose their ex. That's why people watch tarot. They always go back. Everybody, nearly 9 times out of 10, when you meet a person that hasn't been single for quite some time and they've just got out of something, pretty much you can guarantee that they go back to reconcile with their ex when you have connected to them. Okay, they run off. They ghost people here. But they go back into something that is emotionally unfulfilling here. It's kind of the story I'm picking up here, Scorpio. Now, I will pick up other messages. What is the Ace of Swords? For you people that are not relating to that story. Ace of Swords is the 6 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. You see, this person is kind of like backwards between this one and this one and this one and this one, not knowing forward or backwards, like whether to go back or... Because I feel that the people that did go back with one another, if there was a third party, are struggling already. They're already struggling because they know that they've also ghosted someone and manipulated someone, and then possibly being manipulated themselves, that got tricked. They got fooled to go back. And there's this error of resenting that. Resentment. Am I already going to be living the life of resenting the fact that I did go back? Or would I if I was to go back to the other one? Someone's so confused here between like past, present, future energy. They don't know what the truth is. It's like they're trying to search for the truth, but they don't know what it is. They think that this person's possibly been gaslit that many times that they don't know what the truth is. Truth? What's the 3 of Cups? Libra. See, reconciling their marriage, but they're not. Oh man. So 3 of Cups should be a joyful moment of good news that I've got about reconciliation and our vows, or Valerie, of reconciling our vows, our marriage, to go back to court and all that sort of stuff, right? But the 7 of Wands is, I don't trust you. I've got boundaries. I've got limitations. Because this could be after someone's money. Like bank, this could be like, I'm going through your bank account, or I need to lend some money. And it's like you've gone back to your old ways straight away. Because this here can also be, I need you to get clean, like holy, but it can also mean like rehabilitation, counseling, and also rehabilitation. And this person's like, no, that's not necessary. But that is your agreement. You agreed that if we was to get back together, you would stop doing this and you would do that. And this person's like, no, not really. I don't want to give that up. And you're like, no. And they're like, that's not fair. You're asking me to do something that I don't want to do. And you're trying to change me. You're trying to change my mind. What is this 5 of Swords? Yeah. Queen of Swords. Ooh. I got a feeling that, you see, the trust here is gone. And the female thinks that the male has cheated maybe in the past and still doesn't know whether they're really communicating or not because they've been gaslit. And maybe the male feels that way about the female as well. And they've both lost trust. This is the breaking down of things and not really trusting people. Someone's also getting annoyed that they can't get this person to move any quicker. Like, I want it now and I want to get you now. But this Queen's like, hold on a minute, I've got some questions to ask you first. What's this King of Wands? Because the Queen of Swords asks questions because she's worried, because she feels like that she's going to be manipulated or play mind games, or the trust is gone in this woman. Gemini, Libra or Aquarian. But like, King of Wands. But they're remaining relentless. See, coming and going. It's like, I want you. It's like, okay, you're a mouse, right? But I want you to be different. I don't want you to be this. I want you to do more. Well, then you're going to have to sell me and get something else that does that. No, if we keep working on it, eventually you will do what I want you to do. So you will be that way. Like, if I want you to be a different color, I'm going to have to either buy or get one that's a different color and replace you, or I'm going to have to spray it. Okay, so we'll just spray everything over the top of it to cover up what it truly is. It's not a different color. It's not a pack of cards. It is what it is. Does what it says on the tin, that's what it's used for, right? So someone here is trying to make someone be what they're not. And it's annoying someone. This could also be a mother or a father. Like, I want you to do this. What's the Ten of Wands? See? Narcissism, gaslighting. If this is a couple that's reconciled, this is a debt, or Debbie or Dan or Danielle, but a debt that is owed. Karmically. You know, if you take justice in your own hands and ghost people, okay, and you hold resentment against people, all of those things are pretty much known as what I know as a sin, right? So what does it need? Confession, right? So when people sneak off and they cheat or they lie or they manipulate, that's a sin. So who do they confess to? Well, really, you're not supposed to confess to God before you've confessed to a person. So that means you have to tell your husband or wife that you've been doing that, or tell your spouse that that's what you've been doing. It's no good thinking, well, I won't tell them, but I'll tell God, but I won't tell the person. No, you have to confess. You have to tell people that I'm sorry, explain to them, be honest, be truthful, right? I mean, you know me, guys, I'm not religious and I try not to bring anything up in tarot as religious. But I must admit, just over the past couple of days, I have actually been praying, confessing against certain things that I do struggle with. And a lot of mine is lustful thoughts, right? Is lustful thoughts. And I suppose my main concern is would I go to heaven or would I go to hell in a little rowboat clap clap, 6 Gemini or Capricorn, right? But would I do that? And if there's anything that I could possibly do now to stop that from happening, if all that means really is, because I have a certain belief of, but it's confession, well then I do a lot of good, but I also have a few flaws. But that's my individual choice. But, you know, as far as I know, lustful thoughts are a sin. You know, sex before marriage is a sin. You know, holding people resentment is a sin. Ghosting people and manipulating them is also a sin. But people think, well, if I just go to church here and confess it, but not to the actual individual, then I will be held accountable to justice. But then again, you see, you can't have one individual that waits for justice because it was unfair, because that means that you haven't forgiven the person for doing that to you. You see, you have to forgive. So what you've got here is a muddle of third energies that are mixed up within numerology and astrology placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. That's why you're getting the threes and ghosting and the manipulating and everything. But this is also the karmic return of what comes back to the person that did it to the other. That is the return of it. Return to sender. Manipulation. See, this was with Taurus in one of the readings, where I think it was in Gemini, where someone went back to a narcissistic cycle. They went back into it. Well, what you have to realize is that narcissism is an uncurable thing. You can't cure a person from narcissism, no matter what they say or do, because they're more than likely, narcissists are to cry, put on a facade of, oh my God, I can't believe that you left me, or I've left, like, I can't believe that I kicked you out and cheated on you and manipulated you, and you're the best thing that ever happened to me in my life, and I swear I will never stick my dobber in someone else again, and I love you, you're the person. I've done all of these bad things to you, but you're my twat flame, you're the one that I love. That's what narcissists do, right? Because that's the vulnerable state they get you in to fall for them to go back. And then when you do, that's the searching. And then when they've got you in that, they destroy it, right? The bigger the fall, the bigger the outcome, right? The Game, Michael Douglas. What is the Nine of Wands here for? Harry Potter and the Wizard of Oz. I don't know. See, somebody's being kind of, by a new start, a fresh beginning. There's also like a very phallic energy here as well, maybe. Lustful thoughts. What else am I seeing here? Because this is a new beginning and a fresh start, passionately. But it's where someone's been made to chase the narcissist. Like, the narcissist has made the person feel that vulnerable that it's made the other one chase the narcissistic energy down, or Darren. Because this person's also coming to the realization of what they've just done here. Let's see. Scorpio. Sorry, I got loads of things running through my head. It was mainly about sin. I don't know why it was running through my head. Like, you don't need to go to a priest in order to sin. You can just sort of like pray and whatnot. But there's something about religious factors or God here of a marriage or something. I don't know if I trust you. Right. Let's see. 5 and 2. 5 and 2. Libra. 5 and 2 is 7 or so. Cancer or life path. Can we rebuild the trust? You can't. You can try. It will always raise its head up. Let's see. Scorpio. Save your money just in case you need to leave this person again. You know, if this person, you've got money involved with this person here, and it's affected your marriage or your commitment, and every time you break up, you end up with nothing. You've got to save your own money, because it's probably going to happen again and you're going to end up with nothing. Here. Let's see. Scorpio. Scorpio. Hell loop. 6. Gemini, Capricorn. Scorpio, Sagittarius, Libra. Hell loop. Going through the same thing over and over again. Because there possibly hasn't been like a convention working on it for now until it happens again. Someone's reconciled in this reading. They've reconciled and they're basically just working on it, trying to change each other until they realize that change doesn't happen. They're under their bubble, an illusion that they can't leave each other because of codependent energy, relying on each other to keep drawing harm to one another. It's addictive because it's karmic. So they can't break out of a hell loop. They can't see and guide themselves from it because they're under the influence of the devil energy here. Money's possibly involved. Gemini, Cappies. Save your money in case, because this is more than likely where someone's going to ghost someone and kick them out and they're going to have to move again. Go back to their mum energy here. Scorpio. This could be the one. Narcissists are not the one. Or this could be the one that's external from it. Let's see, Scorpio. Help in the form of a friend. The burner phone. Somebody's secretly got connections or something on their phone or something with another individual. That's not this could be the one. If you've truly found the one and you love them dearly, right, you really do, you would not have fault with that person in the first place. There wouldn't be any fault. There would be slight amount of arguing, but very, very, very little, right? That's in my opinion. That's the person that you've met that truly, that truly reflects you from the person. Compliments the person, not fights with them and fights against them from being or whatever they are. It's complementary, dear Watson. So the burner phone is also a part of not trusting. Or do I trust myself? Right? Let's see. Scorpio. Leaving you hurt me too. It is. Somebody left someone for someone else. But it hurt me to leave you, but I went back into this. Right? Scorpio? Or it's this, oh no, narcissist, I'm so sorry, I know, I can't believe we've been apart. I know we can now start suckling on each other's low vibration to keep ourselves stuck in this lie to each other, to ourselves, to try and cover it up. Scorpio. You didn't imagine it. What, we did have a connection, or? Scorpio. I have been here before with others on this merry-go-round of being ghosted, manipulated, screwed over. Or I've been here before with you as the same person, going through the same thing. You know, or I always seem to meet someone that's left someone, and every time they do, I get involved with them and they just run straight back to them. Let's see. Scorpio. I know I made a mistake by leaving you in the first place, but I've come back to this. But I don't know if this person's actually coming to the realization that they did make a mistake in going back, because then they know that they have to leave again. They have to leave again. So they're confused. They don't really know whether to stay or go, or you don't. You don't know whether to stay or go. Your trust issues are gone, man. They're gone. Sometimes it takes people a long time to come to that conclusion that the trust cannot be rebuilt. You can't rebuild on faulty foundations. The foundation of a relationship has to remain stable throughout the whole relationship. The moment you start to have to keep rebuilding on it, you just rebuild on lack of trust, gaslighting and fights and arguments. That's what you rebuild on, because negative energies, negative thoughts are more dominant than positive ones. Right? So you fight against each other and you just keep rebuilding on things that don't work, realizing that this is never going to change because we're rebuilt on distrust. I don't trust you. Right? So this is why I always say never go back to the past. Always try to stay with the future energy, because you haven't built anything yet. You haven't had time in order to build anything yet for there to not be any trust. People don't give themselves enough time before they just go running back off to Cinderella, But anyway, that seems to be your reading. Hope you enjoyed it. Please consider joining below. It's only $3 or $4 and it just really helps me out. Please make sure you do exactly what happened before. Please smash the like button and leave a comment. It doesn't take you long, even if you just hit the like button, right? Liking is probably more better than commenting, but both would be great. Okay, if you want personal readings, my link to my Facebook page is below. My Facebook is where I do all of my readings from now, because some of my emails get lost or they don't come through. They get spammed and I forget to look for my spam mail. And it's better to just message me on Messenger, okay? So my Facebook link is below for you guys that want either one-on-one personal readings or recorded readings. But reach out to me over there. All links are provided there. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it. See you soon.